Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My first guest, comedian, and a guy who's got a lot going on. He's on The Walking Dead, which is like the biggest hit in the last 20 years on TV. And knows Mike Buscetti. Hell of a resume.
I know Mike.
Josh McDermitt. What's up, Josh?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show.
Now, what's your experience with Mike?
We did Last Comic Standing together, right? Isn't that what we did?
And he was so funny because, like, he's one of the cool people to hang with over there. He always was a funny guy, too.
He's just saying that because I'm on the show now, but...
No.
Well, Mike says that about everybody. I don't mean to... I mean, I'm sure you're great, but...
No, you were funny.
Look, I had 3 jokes, and then I got bounced off the show, so Mike and I at the same time. Yeah, no, I remember, like, just me... Because, like, it's
a weird
horrible. You're doing a
experience.
reality show, and everyone's, like, playing a game.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't used to cameras being in my face, and I just felt like, as a comic, you're like, well, I got to do something. So you start dancing,
trying to be funny,
start clucking like a chicken or something, and you just don't feel like yourself.
It's difficult.
I hated it, and they put us all in a hotel. You came to the hotel, right? That's where we met?
See, you're honest. This is what a comic does, Mike. Mike's afraid to be honest. He has to say, oh, it was great, it was awesome, but you're saying it sucked.
It totally sucked.
No,
man.
they had us confined for 4 days over there. It was horrible.
Oh, God, that sounds horrendous.
And it's like every comic is trying to be on, and it's not fun. And then there was one chick, and her name was Stella, but I don't know
Oh, God, she was atrocious.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to
right,
say
Michael,
bad
don't
things
get too
about
crazy.
her. Yeah,
Jeez.
geez,
I'm sorry, I'm
tearing
kind
his
of
shirt
brutal.
over there.
Yeah. You just let the Hulk out.
Yeah, so I'm like in the bar one day, and I'm just sitting there just having a drink, just kind of thinking about how much I'm hating the experience, you know? And
That's fun.
and she comes in, and there's like a camera crew following her, and she picks a fight with me. And like I'd never met her at all, but someone had said that she was trouble, and obviously she's trying to get on the show. She's trying to, you know, make the edit or whatever. And I was just like,
what an odd situation to be in. Yeah.
if you're like aggressive to me, I'll just walk away. I'm like, okay, I don't, you know, I don't need to stand up to you. I don't care. I don't need a peacock or anything.
Like, what did she say to you?
She starts. God, man, this was 2005. I don't even remember, but she just kept, you know, just bagging on me as a comedian. And I'm like, you don't even know me. Listen, I was like sitting there like, what's your problem? And then there was like a piano there. So I don't really play piano, but I just started like kind of playing what few chords I knew.
Right.
And she's like, stop playing the piano. I'm like, shut up, you bleeping, you know, and I started yelling at her and stuff. And it was so like awkward. And she just like melted down. And I thought, God, they're going to use that. I'm going to look like a jerk.
That's what they want.
My comedy, I was like doing comedy for like 2 or 3 years at that point. I thought, my comedy career's over. Like, and they never used any of it. I'm like, well, great. I'm glad you put me through that. That was nice.
I guess that was fun. Well, listen, maybe it was better they didn't use it, but it almost seems like Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Like, you watch those old clips, Joe Frazier's like, what are you doing? What's the problem?
I know.
Well, I'm sorry to bring that up, but it's the last substantial thing Mike's done in show business.
No.
So we're trying to keep him going.
No, but the thing is, Josh, Stella's back to selling shoes in San Diego right now.
Oh, really?
Probably.
How do you know that?
Oh, no, he said probably. He doesn't know. That's like, is
Don't
that
get
like your
sued
go-to?
now.
Is that like your
I
go-to
didn't say her
put down?
last
That's his
name.
go-to
I mean,
thing.
come on. You know who,
That's
nobody
his
knows
go-to
who
You know
that
what
is.
she's at? She's in San Diego selling high heels.
Yeah, and believe me, if Stella
Nailed it.
If Stella were sitting here, you'd go. She'd go. That Josh probably selling shoes.
I'm really LA. Like, oh, baby, it's cool, man. Yeah, right. Okay.
That's his LA accent.
Yeah,
do your
nailed
English
it.
accent for Josh.
Yeah, Josh, we're going to go for some pancakes afterwards because I miss you a tad, and we'll have a shot of scotch and just party the town and rip it up.
See how terrible it is?
Pancakes and scotch.
Pancakes and scotch, man. That's an
said
English
one after the
Very
other.
British. Very British.
Bangers
There
and
you go,
mash.
Mike.
He was trying to think of bangers and mash. He said pancakes and scotch.
That's still a good combination.
That was good, man. That was really good, Mike.
That's
It was
like
a
when
valiant
he-
effort.
That's like when he does his black voice instead of chicken and waffles.
Oh,
He
no.
goes, let's go get like turkey and meat slices. Well, listen, we're happy to have you here. So how'd the Walking Dead come up? Like, what did you go audition for this?
Yeah, it was
Like,
just
what
a
happened?
straight up audition. I mean, it was my favorite show. And my wife and I would watch it, and we'd have friends over, and I mean, we just enjoyed watching the show. I never thought I would get an audition, let alone even be on it. So
Right.
It came down. They're all real secretive about what they're, who they're casting, and it's a comic book first and foremost. And so I wasn't, I read the comics, but I wasn't like, this huge nerd fan about it. But I knew who the characters were. So when they send you who you're auditioning for, they don't tell you who that is. They just say, they make up some name. I think it was like Wayne Casey was the name of the guy. I was like, oh, I've never heard of that, because there are people on the show that aren't in the comics. So I just thought, oh, it's some new character, And I go in and I audition, and it was really quick, and instantly I'm like, oh, geez, I screwed this up. Wait, because obviously you want to wait around a little bit, and you want to have a rapport with the people, and I just didn't think I got it. And then a couple weeks later, they're like, they want to bring you back for producers, and same thing happened. And then next thing you know, they're like, hey, you booked it, man, and you're going to be Eugene Porter.
Wow.
And I knew who that was in the comics. It's the scientist with the mullet. So,
So a lot of wigs are in your future.
Yeah, they clip in extensions. It looks pretty intense. But
This was a stressful thing for you because by the time you're auditioning, it's a huge hit show.
Yeah. We're in season 4 right now. So it's not like, oh, hey, what is this thing? Explain to me. No, like everybody knows. And then I also couldn't talk about it. So this is pretty close to my natural hair.
Yeah.
But when we were shooting, it's brown. They had a flat top. And, because they clip in extensions, there was like, it looked like I was growing a mullet. It didn't it wasn't a full one. And all my friends were like, what's going on? What are you shooting? And I couldn't say anything. And it was like really tough. But, it's an amazing show. It's a lot of fun.
That's it. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
So how many episodes have you done?
This season I've just only 3 episodes have aired, and then we have our finale on Sunday.
But how many have you shot?
I can't say, but there's a finale on Sunday, so let's just leave it at that.
Right. It seems like a lot. I mean, just the makeup time, it seems like the days are probably 18-hour days over there.
They're really long, and we shoot an hour south of Atlanta, down in Georgia.
Oh, it's all shot. It's not shot in L.A.
No, it's all we're in the woods, so we're battling snakes and bugs and ticks and chiggers and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's insane. Like one of the cast members, and he gets mad when I talk about it, but he talked about it on Conan, so who cares? But he found a tick on his penis after he got home from shooting one day, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I can't do that. That's scary as hell. Yeah.
That shouldn't be. When you get into acting, that should not be a problem. That
Right?
shouldn't be an issue you're dealing with. Right.
Right?
It should be nice.
Was it a big tick?
Well, I mean, probably.
Because that matters. The little ticks are the ones that you don't want. The
Why
big
is that?
ticks are good.
Really?
Well, they're
Why?
not good, but you're not going to get Lyme disease.
I think you're
from
mixing
them.
it up. I
really?
think you're mixing up with penises.
No, if it's a tiny little tick that you can barely see, those are the ones that have Lyme disease.
Oh, really?
Those are the deer ticks.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
should check with your friend.
And you got to fully get
may
it
wanna
out.
look into
That's
that.
like a really.
Well, you
that's
got to
like
light a match.
Oh yeah.
You got. I think you light a match and blow it out, and then you use like the end and just touch the tick, and he just releases and comes out.
That's like the old joke, like you call a doctor, and when your buddy gets something like that, and the doctor says, well, you're going to have to bite it out with your teeth to get it out of there, or he's going to die. And you go back, and he says, what did the doctor say? And he said, well, the doctor said you're going to die.
Yeah.
But so did anything happen? Did he get any sort of disease or anything?
No, I mean, he didn't say he did. He just it was just kind of a traumatic experience.
It's worth it for an Emmy.
He may
Yeah, right.
someday.
Someday.
It may manifest itself.
He's going to use it someday.
Yeah, isn't that a wonderful thing to think? It's growing in me. We're going to take a break. Back with more Josh McDermitt from The Walking Dead after this. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Josh McDermitt, comedian who is on The Walking Dead right now. So, and the finale is when?
Sunday.
Sunday. Big deal.
Big deal.
Now, do you do stand-up now? Have the ticket sales gone up since The Walking Dead, or is it a different audience?
I think it's going to be a different audience. I actually haven't done any tours. I've just, done little shows in and around L.A., and I did a couple shows in Atlanta, but I'm not through with it. I just don't know that it's on the front burner right now.
Right.
That's
a weird thing for a comic, because it's like, okay, now you're on a show, big exposure, but it might not be your stand-up audience. It's a different thing.
There's that. You got to reintroduce yourself to them, and a lot of my point of view and stuff that I was doing just isn't going to work now, and I realize that, so I got to write new jokes, and that part of that's like, oh geez, I spent 10 years working on that last act. Now I got to go write a new one.
Now it's back to the boat with Boschetti and Stella.
Mike, I'll buy jokes off you if you want to write them for me.
Boschetti?
Sounds good, buddy. Just we'll email.
Well, Mike's got to find someone to write for him first.
Oh, God. No, Josh got a great sense of humor, though. I love it.
See, every time I toss it to Mike, he gives me a compliment. That's why I do it.
That's why I do it too. I mean, he's the same way. He's what we call a burlesque artist, right? I mean, you're a phony.
No, I'll tell you. No. If I lose my temper, I'm not a phony. No.
We don't want to see that.
No, man, you got a temper.
Oh, you got it.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
On the
Really?
boat?
His sweat starts pouring. His face turns red.
Do you remember what happened?
Well, that's him eating.
Did he
too.
attack anyone?
Oh, God, no.
No, I don't know that I've ever seen you heard a fly or anything.
Oh, you ready?
I'm kidding.
James, play
he's-
Mike losing it. Do we have that?
Well, I was provoked very much, Josh. So
This was hardly
He
provoked.
really
at all.
wasn't provoked.
No, I was.
This was a caller.
You
saying,
were not
hey.
provoked at all.
No, she was.
This was a caller saying, "Hey,
She
what's
just
up, Mike?"
called.
She was a twit.
She said
I'll be
he was
nice.
delusional.
She
Oh,
said
and he
two
went off?
sentences.
Inside her drugged up trailer.
You see, we had no
The
evidence.
trailer
Josh.
was drugged up?
We had no evidence. This is what happened.
Can't say that.
I didn't. Well, I just did. Dan, she don't know. She don't know me from
Mike,
Adam.
calm down. Okay, calm down.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
She
Don't
should.
get upset.
No, she's a. Well, that's what she is, though, Dan. I'm not saying sorry for it. That's what that whore is. I'm not apologizing. I'm not. For some three more times told me I'm not apologizing.
Remember when King Kong saw the lights from the camera? Don't look at the lights. It's the cameras.
Okay?
No,
I know you're. It's not. Calm down.
some drugged up whore.
Oh my God,
That
Mike.
mother's. I'm not apologizing. That stank. Pile of
I know.
That could have been
she's
a boat of hell you were on.
No, I mean, she don't know me. Who the she
All
don't
she
know me
said
from
was
Adam.
he's delusional. That's all
She
she said.
And it was about.
me.
It was nothing to do with his act or nothing
I'm
to do with
sorry,
his
but it was
professional
like-
career. It was
Right.
about
I'm telling
his
you
real
now.
estate acumen.
No.
Like he thought he could buy like a really nice house in Malibu for
but
about $100,000
I
a
didn't say
year.
that.
Yeah,
I-
you're
I-
He said,
delusional,
Mike,
man.
you're
I didn't,
delusional.
guys, back it up. I didn't say that at all. You
We
guys
love to
add
back it up.
stuff.
You want to hear it again?
No, let me tell you something. Let me finish. You
All right,
guys
shut
never
his
let me
mic up.
finish a sentence. That's why.
Go ahead. Well, this is Josh's spot.
No, it's his thing. I'm sorry, but you guys love to throw
Well,
stuff
do
on
it
the fire.
off the air after Josh has his spot.
Okay.
Mike, we tease because we love you, man.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine him and Stella getting mad at you? at the
Oh
same
my
time?
God. Please tell me that you guys didn't lay the music in
No, Josh, that-
after the fact, that it was just playing during his meltdown.
No, those guys taped it off. That was after the show. It wasn't on air. So.
It's just a great production.
It's funny. I love that the whole time you were saying, I'm not going to apologize. Like, that's like to you, that's when you know you're serious. And you know what? This, and that, and I'm not going to apologize.
Right. He's like one of those guys who refuses to apologize. Like when someone apologizes to Al Sharpton or something, he gets really mad. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Al's a good guy. I mean, he has his points of view, you know?
Oh,
Everybody's
God, you
entitled
really
to
are
this
back,
America.
You are really backpedaling. He's really backpedaling.
God, I
Sharpton's
love you,
not
Mike.
a
I
good
missed
guy.
you, man.
Al, we all
He's
have
not
the-
a good guy.
we
He's
all
so
have the-
afraid to call a black person a bad guy.
No, we all have the freedom of speech. You can say and let, you know what I mean? Black women are cool because I love that curly hair.
Now, so they also dye your hair on this show. They dye, yeah.
They went from blonde to brown. And then they got to continually, it's like a permanent thing, so they got to continually do it. And then I got it stripped out after, and it was orange for like a week.
Right. Oh,
Which
God.
sucked,
Yeah.
man.
Do you keep it all the time when you're shooting?
Yeah.
The color, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just throw a hat on, and then I'd like leave the house, and my wife without the hat, and she's like, "Where's your hat?" Like she'd get so pissed and embarrassed to leave
She
the
doesn't
house.
she don't like what it looks like.
She doesn't. She's like, "I didn't marry this." You know? Thank you for your Walking Dead money, but I did not marry
Yeah, how
this
about
thing.
that, honey?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got darker hair.
Yeah.
How's the Jaguar?
Not the car. We got an actual Jaguar. It's just
So
Molson
I
neighbors
bought
now.
you an actual Jaguar.
And the whore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, listen, you know, do you have any kids?
No.
Yeah, well, that complicates it a little more for you. Well, you live in Atlanta the whole time you shoot?
Yeah, we're well. They shoot south of Atlanta in a town south of a place called Peachtree City. That's kind of where everybody stays.
Okay. Sounds like a fun town.
It is a fun town. You know, the people in Georgia are awesome, man. I don't know how much time you guys have spent in the South.
I've been to several Klan meetings there.
Oh my gosh.
No, Georgia. I've done stand up in Atlanta, and I've
They're great. I
I've
mean-
done stand up in Macon, actually.
Yeah.
I did a corporate gig there.
You talk about Southern hospitality. I mean, that's a real thing, man. Like you walk in and order a coffee, and the person taking your order feels like your best friend. They start chatting with you. And
I did stand up in Central Georgia, outside of Atlanta, in early June, and it was so humid. Like my
God.
eyes were like, I felt like going, oh God, I can't do this anymore. I felt like shooting a documentary of how they lived there.
Yeah, it's the
it was
worst.
the most humid. Like, and I've been to Houston in the summer. It was
Which is
the
bad.
The humidity in Georgia to me was crazy.
you can literally cut it with a sword, man.
right.
It's so bad. I don't know, man.
It is, but listen, you battle that with modern technology.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Air conditioning. Look, everyone's suffering with it too. Like I've been in New York in
Those
the
people.
summertime. It's pretty bad.
Oh no, it's horrible. And,
You
and
know?
the garbage stinks. But
Yeah.
those zombie people in that makeup.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that must
Right?
be crazy.
I mean, because they have to spend like a couple hours in that makeup, and then plus they give them contacts to kind of like fog out their eyes so that it looks like they're zombified. They can't see anything. They're hot. They're gross.
And you
they're
don't
just
treat
disgusting.
extras are treated so horribly anyway. Like I'm sure there's like a third assistant director going, "That's fine. What's your name? Al, Ed, whatever. Do you want to be in show business? Okay, fine. I don't care that your ear's bleeding. I don't. We have to get this shot. Dr. Eugene Porter's.
Lay down and stick your tongue out, damn it.
Damn you.
Those dudes, man, they go through a lot of that makeup, and then they have to stay afterwards and get it all taken off.
Oh, they
I mean,
just
they're
don't
like,
care.
they're-
People don't care.
But they're a part of the family too. It's not like it's like the same 10 people
Whatever.
who keep.
Whatever.
The same
what do
part of
you-
the family. I haven't learned your names yet, by the way.
Listen, you're part of the family, Ed. It's Alex. Bye. Yeah, the extras. Well, sometimes extras, especially in LA, the ones that make a living at it, can be very creepy.
Very, man.
Very creepy. Yeah. So let's not. It's not all It's not all moonlight and canoes, as Rodney would say.
No, it's one of those guys that act, they act like they know everything, and
Yeah.
they, and then they want to be like the wise old owl to younger extras who are showing
Exactly.
up, and they're, let me tell you how it is, sir. No,
Let me tell you how to deal with the main unit.
yeah,
Let me tell you how to deal with the first team.
right, yeah, they got all their
Exactly.
little buzzwords that
Exactly.
they've picked up over the years.
Well, I'll tell you a story. One time I was doing a sitcom with Norm Macdonald, and we saw a guy, an older guy, was an extra who looked exactly like an older version of Al Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked on the call sheet, and it said Salvatore Pacino. And I swear to you, it was the day of the Golden Globes. A big limo picked the guy up to go to the Golden Globes because Pacino was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. We put two and two together. We asked the director, yeah, that's Al Pacino's father. He likes being around production.
My God.
Al Pacino's father did extra work. Like, as an old man, he was on the show. They had an assistant. We said, well, one of the extras has an assistant. it was Al Pacino's dad.
That's sad. There's something sad about that.
It's sad. We got to take a break. Back after this.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.